Hi everyone, Mark here at Marathon Press. I just want to give you a tutorial on how to order products through Marathon ROES. First thing you want to do, obviously, is open up Marathon ROES, and I've already had this on my screen, so I'm going to go ahead and select Login, and you'll notice that I now have this nice, shiny, bright screen, and I can go over to the Order Products, or I can do it up here too, but I'm just going to go ahead and click Order Products. And in my case, I need to decide, first of all, what kind of product. And you can choose from your drop-down menu here. In my case, I want to go ahead and order Bella Art Prints. And I've got a choice now of what kind of paper that I want. And you can scroll through it using this little arrow. And in my case, I want to use the watercolor paper because it's just beautiful. And I know I want to do a 20 by 24. So I'm going to next decide what images do I want to use. Now I can either use something that I've used before, or I can go in and click Add Images here, and it'll give me an option of what I want to download. So it just kind of depends on, what you need, what you want, if you need to load more in there or find files. So that's what you do. So once you have your images loaded in here, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and order this image of Cora. So I'm just going to drag it over here, and it's going to give me a message saying that the image is smaller than the recommended size range for the product. And it's okay. I know that this is fine. And when you see this, I'm going to go ahead and click Add Image. You're going to see that if it's not a 20 by 24 exactly, which is why I got the message that I've got. So it gives me some options here. I can click on the image, and this little arrow gives you some features that allows you to kind of crop and turn and do that kind of thing. In my case, if I wanted to turn that left or right, and I can also just kind of click on it like this, and it'll give you those kind of micro changes. So in my case, though, I just want to keep it level the way I had it. And in my image, I had some pinstripes around it, and I know that's going to be a problem the way it is. So I can either do this, and that just takes the image size and fits it within the paper dimensions, and I know later I can just trim the print myself in the studio. Or I can decide, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and click that again, and I'm going to zoom just enough to get rid of those. Now, if I want to make sure that nothing else changes on that, I can lock the image. And that's the other great thing with ROES. You can hover your cursor over these little icons, and it'll tell you what each thing does. So I know I'm locked in, I'm good to go. I can hide some of that, and that goes away when you move your cursor off of there. But let's say, you know what, I want to flip that. I want to make that a vertical. Well, now I've got the ability to go back in here. I can unlock my image again, and I can just drag and move that around. I can center Cora so that she's again on the vertical side, and if I'm happy with that, I'm good. But if I wanted to zoom in just a little bit tighter, I can. So let's say, yep, I'm good. I like that. I'm just going to rearrange it here just a little bit. I'm happy with that. I need two of these. I need one for Cora and one for myself for a studio sample. So once I've got that decided, now I have the choice of going over here under my options, and do I want to mount this, and if so, do I want it on white styrene or black styrene? And it's going to give you, different various messages in here as a safety. But I'm going to go ahead and mount that as a black styrene. And under tools, if I had some options here, it would make it available. In this particular case, I don't have that option of anything, but I do want to add that to my order. So I click that, and I know that's up there, so I can see I've got one item in my cart. So now I decide, let's go ahead and order a 20 by 29 next. So I'm going to do this, and I know I can just I can put my cursor on Cora's image, I can delete that, or I can just drag my next image up and over that. I know my next one is going to be a horizontal image, and I'm going to make, this one's going to be my truck. I'm going to put that in up here next. And again, I can zoom into this just by kind of clicking on the image, and I can make that tight. Again, I could flip that to a vertical if I wanted, or just back to horizontal. And now you'll see it kind of defaulted to those original dimensions, so I can move that back out. So there you go. I'm all set to go with that particular one. And I want to order just one of that, and I know I want this one in You know what? I'm going to make that a pearl paper. And I've got my size 20 by 29. As I did earlier, I already had that, so my apologies for this. But there we go. Zoom that back out. This one I'm going to do white styrene mounting, and I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to go add to the order, and now I'm going to go view my cart. I'm going to take a look here, and let's say it's like, oh, you know what? I didn't mean to do white styrene on that. I'm going to go back in and edit this thing, and I'm going to go to black styrene. So I made my change there, and I'm just going to do save. I'm ready to go. So let's say, okay, I go back up to Cora here, and I decide, you know what, I'm going to delete this order, and that'll remove it. So I'm good to go. So all I'm ordering at this particular time is just the over-the-hill truck. Now I'm ready to place my order. So I need to, first of all, read the options here, and I need to approve the order and agree what's written on there. If I've got any special instructions, I can say, give to Mark after printing, because I'm here at Marathon. And then studio reference, I can put my customer information on there, whatever notes I want. So I'll go Mark's print. And in this particular case, if I want to rush the order, I would click on that. If I want back printing on the text, I'm going to go ahead and just put Mark Weber Photography. And if I forget something, let's say I if I forget to click that, let's see what happens. I'm going to go send order. It's going to say, oh, you need to approve the order. So it's kind of a nice fail-safe way. So now I'm ready to, after I got my account information, I'm going to do my shipping method. In this case, I've got a choice of ground shipping today, next day, so on and so forth. If I'm local, they can pick it up here. But I'm going to do free ground shipping. I'm going to hit next, and it defaults to the last place that I ship something to. So you want to make sure that this is accurate, and you can put somebody's attention. In my case, I put Jill's here. But then I hit next. If I've got a promotion code, I enter that. In this case, I don't have one. And I can charge to my account or my credit card on file. I'm going to just go ahead and charge to account. And I'm going to send now by the internet, or I can save for sending later, or save to a disk for another type of delivery. I'm going to go ahead and send now by internet. And so it's going to give you this message, the order is being sent. You'll be getting a notification from Marathon that confirms your order that it was received. So that's the other thing you want to do, is check your email and make sure that you received that notification. If you have any questions, give us a call here at Marathon Press, 800-228-0629. Thanks.